Yes.
I'm glad you told me that. There's a reason why you told me that today.
Yes.
There's a reason. So we're going to focus on your anxiety today. All right. So we'll work through that. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions in there like I usually do, but we're just going to dive in to the headspace the usual way. Nothing different. I'm going to use the same music, same exact thing. So when you're ready, and whenever you're ready, just let me know. You want to shake up the energy. Just feel it out. Feel it out.
I grip on this. My tiger's eye.
Yeah, hold it. That's good. That's good. I'm
Every
like
time I sit here.
Yeah.
Every time I sit here.
It's like good balance. We all have the like specific crystals that balance us. I'm like that with like my lepidolite and my howlite sometimes. Actually, I'm gonna grab that because it's good for anxiety. So I'm gonna grab that. Look at that. All right. So
Look at there.
right there. So we're gonna focus on anxiety today. I'm gonna try to take you through 2 or 3 scenarios, and then I'm gonna let your headspace take you wherever you want today, because you're gonna end up doing that anyway. I already see you like switching. So let your headspace guide you wherever you want to go. Right? Let it do whatever it needs to do for you. And like we did last time, it guided you where you need to be. Let me see. Can you hear this, or is this too loud? I know it starts off a little.
That's good. It's a little loud.
A little loud? All right. A little loud. How's that?
Perfect.
All right. Awesome. So I'm going to ask you to call your spirit guides in, call your higher self in, and I'm going to have you take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. One more time for me, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now, any thoughts that are with you, I want you to ask them to please leave, and you'll get to them when you're ready. And I want you to picture your higher self standing next to you. I want you to see her or him. I want you to tell me what this person looks like. We already know what she looks like, but I want you to describe it for me.
Okay. She has light tan skin, long light brown hair. She is beautiful. She has a very chiseled face. She has a very warm aura.
Does she feel like to you?
healing?
Love that. What does she feel like to you?
She feels like excited, like a little kid excited feeling. Like I get excited, like I just can't wait. Like, what are we gonna do?
Love that. So I want you to grab her hand, hold on tight, feel her energy entering your field. I want you to look next to you in your left hand, or your right, whatever one you grabbed her hand with. And I want you to picture a bright white key in your hand. And I want you to look in front of you, and I want you to see in front of you this bright door with white light going on. In front of you, there's this whole space of white light, beautiful white light, beautiful peace. That's in front of you. The door has the lock. Now I want you to picture yourself walking to that door, putting the key inside of the door and opening up that door to receive that bright white light coming through. I want you to let me know when you do that.
Okay.
I want you to ask your spirit guides and your spirit team to protect you while you take this adventure with your higher self. Now you can step through the doorway and you can dive into the wonderful place we call the astral realm, quantum field, whatever you want to call it. You dive on in, and you're going through different timelines, different spaces, dimensions, like you're jumping through a portal to get you where you need to be. So I want you to dive on in. The stars, the planets, they're all passing you until you land in this space where your higher self brought you, and it has to do with your anxiety. And I want you to go to this place because it's how you feel or how you once felt with the pain in that headspace. I want you to dive on in where you felt pain, where you felt like you had to be anxious, where you felt like you weren't enough or good enough. I want you to bring yourself there with your higher self and let me know when you land there.
I'm there.
All right. And what do you see?
Elementary school.
Right. And what is it that you're seeing about the elementary school? What scenario is happening?
Being bullied. I always knew it was going to happen every day. I had to try to prepare myself for it, and I never could. I would cry every single day.
I want you to sit there with that feeling for a minute. I want you to feel what it used to feel like. How much you couldn't stand going to school, the way people would treat you. I want you to feel that feeling, that anxiety that's coming up. And I want you to tell it that it doesn't control you. That emotion, that feeling, what people said, how you felt, that doesn't control you. I want you to tell your younger self that. And I want you to also tell yourself that you are a good person, that what those people said or did to you wasn't your fault. How you felt wasn't your fault. It's just what you knew. Now, I want to know how you're feeling.
A little tight in the chest, but
Your anxiety starts, right? Perfect.
yeah.
I want you to tell that feeling that it's normal to feel that and that you ask it to go away. Now, when you're ready, I want you to grab your higher self's hand. And I want you to ask her to take you to a place where you felt your lowest. I just want you to tell her to take you there where you felt your lowest. When you get there, just let me know.
There's so many. I feel like I'm bouncing all over the place with it.
Okay, grab her hand and tell her to focus. The one that sticks out to you.
My mom's death.
And I want to know how you feel.
Totally lost, devastated. Like there's no hope.
Where are you? What place are you in?
I'm at the hospital.
I want you to look around you and I want you to hone in on your mom's energy. Feel her there with you. Know that she's there with you. I want you to tell yourself that what you feel here is okay. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to feel this low point in this loss of mom. Can you see your mom?
Yeah.
Can you walk over to her and hold her hand? I want you to tell her how much you love her. I want you to tell her everything that you've been holding on to. All this pain you've been carrying around. I want you to talk to her about this. I'm going to leave you here for a minute to do that. You can let me know when you're done.
Okay.
I want you to give her a hug. I want you to tell her how much you love her. And I also want you to tell yourself that this feeling doesn't control you. That this had to happen. It's okay that it happened. It's okay for you to feel how you feel, but you're not going to let it control you. You're not going to let it give you anxiety. Death is not going to give you anxiety anymore. Now I want you to grab your higher self's hand. And I want to take you to your happy place so you get some happy memories, and then we'll dive back in. So I'm going to have her take you to the place where it's most happiest for you. And when you get there, let me know.
We're there.
Awesome. And what are you seeing?
My favorite lake. The breeze is just blowing lightly. It's just so serene.
That's beautiful. Can you see your higher self standing there?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And what do you look like?
I am very pretty. I am in a very healthy body. My mind is clear. I feel radiant.
Beautiful. And I want you to tell yourself and feel this way every single day. That you do feel this way every day. That you look this way. That you know your worth. I want you to tell yourself, I know my worth. I know who I am. I am beautiful. I am kind. And I exude extreme confidence. I want you to picture yourself glowing with a bright white light all around you. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
That's your auric field. That's how powerful your energy is. I want you to tell yourself how powerful you are. I want you to say that you are liberated from your ego. Now I'm going to have you take your higher self's hand. And I'm going to have her bring you to another place where you felt really low. This might be very painful, just like Mom's was, but we're going to get through it. When you land there, let me know.
Okay.
And what do you see?
My ex-husband.
How does this make you feel?
Hurt, anxious, scared.
What is going on that makes you feel that way?
I wasn't good enough.
Now we're going to rewrite that. The way he acted was not your fault. I need you to tell yourself that while you're standing there looking at yourself. This isn't your fault. You did what you could to fix what you saw, but now you know that it's not your fault. I want you to tell yourself that you are letting go of all the anxiety surrounding that pain. You are in full control. I want you to tell yourself that you did everything that you could and that you're a good person, the right person for you. I want you now to release all the hurt. And I want you to tell this hurt that it's okay that you felt it, but it needs to go away. I want you to replace it with some good energy that your body is surrounded by. And when you're ready, you can grab your higher self's hand. And you guys can float on back to the doorway that you first entered into. You can stand there and give her a nice hug. Tell her how thankful you are for her guiding you along this journey. Now I want you to take that key and I want you to lock that door back up. And when you're ready, you can awaken. That was a good one.
That was amazing.
How do you feel?
I could have kept going.
Felt it, yeah. Felt the push to keep going.
I felt like I was like, it was amazing. It was a lot.
A lot of emotions. A lot of that anxiety is something that's present in your everyday. So we have to pull out the root causes of that to make you feel better and replace that with good. And that's what you're doing.
You can, like, while it's happening, when it's time for me to release it, I focus on the white light and I can feel it. Like, it feels like it's almost being like drifting out of my chest. And then I take a deep breath and I feel different in that moment. It's amazing.
That's beautiful. And imagine this is time number 5, right? And your whole life is just
changing.
Yeah, it's changing. And you're letting go of all the pain that you've held on to for so many years. That you deserve this. You know, you deserve this peace, the peace of mind that you're searching for.
Yes. I do deserve it. It's time.
It is.
Yes.
It's time. Oh, I'm so happy that it helps. I'm so happy that you can be in that headspace of finally breaking through the peace.
Yes.
Breaking that wall, telling that wall you're going through. So beautiful, Nancy. It's so awesome. I'm so proud of you for being here.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. I know how hard it was for you to see your mom as well. I know the pain that brought upon you. So the fact that you could push through that, like with the tears and pushing through, like it shows your strength and your ability to overcome anything and get through anything. So
that I think was the biggest release for me today. Yeah.
Definitely. I want you to tell me how you feel tomorrow about that too, because you're gonna sleep on it and then feel refreshed in the morning.
Yes, tomorrow is when everything comes to a forefront, like the night after. Mm-hmm. Like tonight, I'll have a little unsettled feeling almost, but yet content. And then tomorrow, it's like it's a whole new scene,
a whole new Nancy. It's a whole new queen.
I'm coming.
I love it. I love it. I can't wait. I can't wait to see and just how much you keep diving into, because every single time we do a session, it's just like breath of fresh air. Like every time I meet with you, your auric field just grows brighter and brighter and brighter. And seeing how much like you're willing to work on yourself, that's what we're here to do. We have to work on ourselves here. We can't just sit here and wallow in our stuff. And
no, you don't go anywhere. It doesn't get you anywhere. You don't go anywhere. You need to clean it. I feel like it's like my attic that I need to like sweep everything out. You need to clean it out. Get rid of the shit. Let that shit go.
Put it in boxes and send it to something else. Like, you're good with it. You don't need anymore.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye. I'm good. I love that. I love it. I love it. Oh, I'm so excited. I feel like this one's really going to open up a lot for you. And, you know, day to day, you're going to keep doing what you're doing. But in the end, it's all going to come together. Peace of mind. Peace of mind. That's what we're searching for.
And it happens.
Love it.
Every single time I feel like totally different in the best way. Like I told you, like I just feel like the elephant stepped off my chest. And then when we dive into something else, there's another little elephant there. And then that elephant gets off.
These damn elephants, they're everywhere.
I love my Ellies, but no, it's an awesome, awesome feeling because it's awesome to work through it as much as you hit the pain. I feel like when you're going like up the hill, you feel the pain and it builds and builds. And sometimes I cry, sometimes I don't. But then when you go down, it's like that deep breath that you can take and you release it. And then the white light, it's a fun ride. It is, even though it's painful when you get there, but coming out of it, you don't even look in the rearview mirror anymore. You just keep going forward.
Yeah. You don't look in the mirror because it's all about what's inside. And, that's what you're doing. You're fixing the inside. There's no more mirror.
Yep.
The mirror used to mirror yourself and your energies and everything. Like your anxiety would mirror your anxiety and heighten it. And now that mirror is just Nancy and what Nancy's going through and figuring out. And that's freaking beautiful. That is.
I do have to tell you, it's the hardest thing, I think, especially being a female, because you're supposed to take everything on. You're supposed to take on, the family and the relationships and the problems, the house, everything you have to take on and be okay with it. Mm-hmm. And it's easy to lose yourself in that.
It is.
But this is a whole new awakening. It is. It's a whole new life that's starting. And it needs to happen. It needs to happen for everybody because it can be done. It can.
They put the effort in and they push themselves to that meditative state. They can all do exactly what you did, because I've been working with you for a year, just working with your mediumship and mentoring you and, like just doing this over the past month, seeing how different it's been for you, just starting that and being so like, I'm not going to be controlled by my triggers. That's like all I keep hearing with you. I'm not going to be controlled by my trauma and my triggers. Mm-mm. You're not. You're just full send into that healing journey. And that's what, it takes a lot of courage. That's what we want, is courage, the bravery to even take that first step. And you took the initiative. That's something to be proud of.
I think, and plus the more we do this, the deeper I can go, easier. Like, I'm usually like leaning back and like in taking myself with my higher self to that lake, I can do in a hot ass minute. It's yeah. I feel like I go deeper each time. I feel like it helps me more each time. And at night I can meditate so much better. Like it comes faster and it just, you're deep, like you're in it. It's amazing. It's an amazing place to be.
That clarity you're getting, the clarity for what's in front of you, not what's behind you or what's in the future. It's what's right now, being here now, present. Yeah.
And I do have to tell you, 54 years, I've always been like, why is it so hard to live in the moment? Why is it so hard to live in today? Because I was always bringing the baggage with me from yesterday. And then I was wishing for what's going to come tomorrow. Like today just gets lost for me. Mm-hmm. And now every single day, there are so many things that are changing, whether it be little or really big, that I can live in today with no fear, because I know I'm going to be fine. And I don't drag all of the baggage. Mm-hmm. I still got some baggage, but it's not like the truck full that it used to be.
Not. You worked on that truck full. You took that truck full to the landfill and you dumped half of it off.
I did.
I love it.
I did.
And now, like, it's like you feel like a whole different person. Like your soul's finally becoming aligned. And I think a lot of people get lost in the, gotta meditate or gotta like go ahead and like speak with my spirit guides. Like a lot of people get lost in like having to find someone to heal them and do the Reiki, but people don't realize that you have the power to do all of this yourself. It's just if you're meant to, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. And you're doing
it. Put the work in, then absolutely. Yeah. It's nothing that you just rub a little stone and it happens.
I know. Do you think like, because we met in March, did you think like 10, well, almost like 11 months ago that you would have been here in
No,
like the moment? No.
no. I was barely like breathing when I had my first session with you. And from that session, now they're like tiny little things because now we're on to so much bigger things. But the healing that happened in the connection after that one session, that I wasn't backing down. And I told you, I was always told, you can't do it. You can't do this. You can't go to college. You can't do this. You can't do that. And that sits deep inside me. But for you to be like, no, you can. And I remember saying, I back out quick if things don't progress fast enough. And you'd be like, yeah, I don't want to do this. And it didn't happen. You didn't let it happen.
I wasn't going to let you do that.
No, because finally stepping into myself, like after all of these years, like I have no idea who I'm actually going to end up being, because I've never been rid of the heaviness and a positive mindset at the same time. Mm-hmm. And to feel all of this energy and to connect with soul, like really, like I can, see and talk to mom and dad, and it's just amazing. And I would have never, ever, ever thought I would be here.
I love it. I remember the first time you were like, what? I'm a medium? I can do this? Like,
we were on a Zoom class and you were like, okay, Nance. And I was like, well, I can see spirits and hear them, but I don't know how that happens. You're like, you're a medium. I'm like, well, I don't think so. I don't know. Like, you are.
Yep, you're a medium. And with all this healing, you're going to be able to open that ability up even further than what you have it as now. And the thing is, like, I didn't realize it till I did the healing. And I was in, my mediumship courses, and I was like, I got this. I'm paying all this money to get this work done and figure it all out. And for almost 2.5 years, I sat in that course. I had no idea who I was until I broke free of it. Like, it literally was bringing me down because there was no healing in that. It was just connect to your loved ones. Here's like a mediumship 101, but we're not going to do any healing incorporated in those 2.5 years.
Yes.
So the whole time I was lost. I didn't meet my spirit guides. Like, I didn't do none of that. I just knew I could connect with spirit, and I was decent at it, but I was like, yeah, whatever, I could do it. But
I never knew how much healing that you do need and how much you hold on to. And sometimes you don't even realize it. Mm-hmm. Because I know like you're never done, but you lighten the big things, you let go of a lot of stuff. But I don't know. It's just doing this with you, this part. I loved when we have our conversations about spirit guides and mediumship and, who I can read and what are they saying or thinking or feeling. That all, like, I was like, oh my God. But this, yes, I'm still grateful that I was able to figure out that I could connect. And I'm always going to be grateful. And I do want to help people with that down the road. But I never, ever, ever thought when you approached me and you were like, Nance, do you want to? And I'm like, yeah, I'll do like meditation with you. Yeah. I never, ever thought that it would change me so much of things that I thought I would never be able to let go, ever. I've let go.
You did that. You did that. You did. And it was a little push from the
spirit. Help. A little help.
You did it all by yourself. You didn't let your trauma control you. You let your trauma control you for years. And all the shit that you went through, and then all of a sudden you broke through that. But it took one little positive word of encouragement from somebody that believed in you. So imagine having that, and having that one person change the mindset that you're in just because they believed in you. That's
the feeling is like indescribable. Because I know for a fact, 100%, on my parents, there was no way I would ever be the way I am today without you. without meeting you and seeing you on TikTok and being like, wow, I think I'm going to book a session with her. And then just the connection and the messages and the feelings, and I thank you is not enough. I'm grateful is not even touching it. But the changes that can be made, I never ever thought that I've made. I never thought I could do it. I didn't think it was possible to even heal this way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, because I figured, meditation, okay, heal me. I'll do a guided healing meditation, which I'm sure does help.
It does.
But these sessions knock it out of the park. They do.
Awesome. It's awesome that, you can sit here though, because you're inspiring other people as well. And you're inspiring other people like I did to you to get up and try something different and in your own way, coming out of here and being here. Like the one thing you hate to do is to be on camera.
Yes.
Like, and look at you.
Yes.
You're here, you're confident, like you're doing it. Like you
stepping right out of that comfort zone.
It's not your comfort, but now it is. Look at that. It's going to be comfort, and it's going to show you that what you feared this whole time is something that was instilled in you by so many other people because they couldn't see your light. So for years you believed them. Mm-hmm. You believed that you weren't good enough because they told you that you were always good enough. It was just about you focusing on Nancy and not everybody else. And all that pain that Nancy went through is now coming back up to heal from.
Yep.
And a whole month ago, you would have been like, okay, you're crazy. What do you want to do? Like,
no, for real. I would have been like, this is not going to work.
And now you're like,
I've meditated before. This is not going to work.
Yeah.
But it's a whole different experience. A whole different experience.
It's something you
that do. It's just, you can't put, what's that commercial? You can't put a price tag on happiness. Or you
can't put a price tag on your healing. That's all I see. Yeah. And it's just meant to happen. No price.
If you lighten the load, you're going to stay there.
Mm-hmm.
And I stayed there for a very long time.
You did. And now you're here. And we're just going to keep on pushing.
Oh, yeah. I'm unstoppable now.
You are. You're unstoppable.
Spirits telling people their future. I'm not touching the cards. I don't do tarot cards.
You don't have to.
I don't like them.
Yeah, I don't prefer them as much as I used to. But it's just
there's too much going on. There's too much on there.
Too many things you got to learn. Like it's even the feeling that you do it. You still got to learn somewhat of the cards, the basics. Yeah. It's still a lot. It's too much for me too. I did it and I don't want to go back to it. Once you get to that point where like I only use it in relationships sometimes, but once you get to that point, you're like, yeah, you don't really need them unless
you like my oracle cards. I like those a lot.
Oracles are awesome. I love oracle cards. Those are probably my favorite. Those are my favorite kind of cards out there. Other than like the magic, the sexual magic ones. Those ones are my favorite.
Beg your pardon. I didn't even know they made them.
Oh yeah, they're good. They're
on
good.
Amazon, cause
yeah. I think that's what actually it was either Amazon or it was like I saw them on Amazon because someone else asked me where I got them and I saw them on Amazon for them. But I got the ones that I got, I think I got them at like a store, like a small little store in New York. Like I think that's where I got them with the Celestial cards. I think I got those together. But
so funny.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Do you remember the Zoom class we did Sunday night?
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, take a minute and ask your higher self what your spirit animal is.
What'd you get?
Lion. I mean, like that.
Yeah.
I saw this big fluffy head.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you what the meaning to a lion is. Spiritual meaning to a lion.
Where I'm like, do I really, is that what really she really showed me?
Yeah. They will. They'll show you those things because they need you. Oh, I love it already.
Oh God.
Strength, courage, power, protection, sorry, not protecting, pride, authority, majestic, and wisdom. So lionesses are pride people. So they do everything on pride. So It just shows you that you can like let go of your pride, but also include it within your admirable traits. Like you're admiring yourself, you're going through life, you're being strong, you're being protective of your energy now. You're like worshiping yourself now instead of doing it for others. So imagine how convenient that is for you to get that lion. Even in meditations, people will see all sorts of animals and they'll be like, I saw a bear. What the heck does that mean? Well, if you Google what the bear means, you'll understand spiritually what it means, and that it shows you who you are. Like it shows you that that's what they need to show you so you know that that's what you got. That's that symbolism that you got, that pride. That pride's intact, but it's not the pride that it used to be. It's the pride that's working without the ego.
Yes. Yes.
I just got chills. So your spirit team's like, heck yeah, that's what it is. It's the pride that's working without the ego. Yeah.
I wear my bracelet every day. You know that saying, they said you couldn't survive the storm. And it says, I am the fucking storm.
Yes. Oh, I fucking love it. You